Hi everyone, I'm Angela with Angela's Cooking Up Trouble on Facebook pages, and I'm going to give you a really quick rundown on eggplant parmesan with angel hair pasta and a marinara sauce on top. But basically, I'm just going to do this really fast, and I take the eggplant. I'll start this and then I'll show you basically everything else I'm throwing together. And I cut off the ends. And I always look for a really nice eggplant. Doesn't have a lot of bad spaces or ugly spaces. And I do this about like I do the potatoes. I lay this out. I call them potato spin, but with this it's a little different. Because this is a little bit thicker here. So you might have to pull those out. I don't do it with a knife, I do it with a peeler because I don't like to waste it. I should just do that at the end. But this is a little bit of a tougher peel. And I like the easy cleanup and where it doesn't slip around as bad. So I put it on a paper towel. Then I'm going to wash it. And of course I don't want it really wet, but I'll wash it. But right before I do that, and I'll wash those pieces I cut. But I'm going to go ahead and get this out of there so I can show you that much of it. But that's the easy cleanup right there. I'll roll it up in a paper towel and I'm done cleaning. I'll cut about a 1/3 or a 1/4 of an inch cuts, and I only fry 3 at a time, so I'm just going to cut 3 pieces off, and then I'm going to wash this whole thing, but I'm going to wash in 3 pieces because I want them dry, and I'm going to pat those dry. Normally you would put this in water after you're done cutting, so it doesn't start turning on you. And I'm just going to go ahead and wash it, and I'm going to keep putting a little bit of water here so I can cut the rest of it and show you the main go around with everything else basically. But you just stick it in cold water so it doesn't turn. So you can, I'm going to cut them all, but I'll basically do that. Let me just get some water in here. And I can go ahead and cut them. We'll get these cut. I already have my angel hair pasta cut, and I'm going to have garlic bread with this also, but I'm doing poor man style garlic bread because I don't have a lot of time to work with. And basically you just buy a loaf of French bread, which French bread toasts a whole lot better than Italian bread, and I put tub butter or either softened stick butter and butter it really good, and then I take some garlic powder and I sprinkle over the butter. It works just fine. Those are in water, so we're good to go on that. Then I'm going to bring you over here. Sorry, I'm working by myself, so I have to kind of set you up the best way I can. so that you can see everything. But as you can see, I've got my grease over there and everything's ready. And basically what I'm going to do, that was for the pasta, but I've already done with that, is I've had these dry. I washed those. And I actually can throw about 3 more over here and pat those dry too. And I'm going to salt and pepper them on both sides, just a little bit, you know, well, depends. I like them a little bit more. Before I flip it. So I'm going to make this really quick. Let's pepper these. Sorry I don't look my best today. It's a last minute decision. And I use Parmesan cheese to top it, already shredded. Just, you know, I'm making this fast. I chopped up some parsley that I'm going to use to top it to make it look good. After I've done that, I dip it in flour over here. Dip it in the egg. Might want to shake off your excess flour, but usually not that much sticks to it anyway because it's dry. But then I put it in the breadcrumbs and throw it in the fryer at 400 degrees. I only put 3 in there at a time. So flour, and I always screw up when I don't have it lined up, but I needed the space. Shake off the little bit extra, dip it in the egg. Since I'm only working with one hand too. Throw that one in the fryer. Flour. So, because we're only going to do 3 so at a time. So, you know, it'll make it easier. And the egg. I had to think hard there for a minute. And then the flour crumbs. Or the flour crumbs. How you like that? Breadcrumbs. Sorry. And I use the seasoned Italian breadcrumbs. I don't like plain, so I always use seasoned Italian. You know, I think I could get 4 one of those small ones in here, so I'm going to do that. Kind of get this dish going a little bit. Shake off that excess. Eggs. Breadcrumbs. And Fry Daddy or Puppy or whatever you want to call it. It's at 400 degrees. And you'll flip these. Get the stuff on my fingers. I'm bad about having to do that. And just so I can kind of clean up my area, I'm going to stick these in the flour till I get ready and get some more out so they can be dried. That way it'll make it easier to, because it doesn't take long. That's why I'm giving you just a quick rundown. But I'm going to leave those right there. But over here, I'm going to show you this. I have a paper towel set up so I let them drain after they're finished cooking, which they're cooking and they won't take that long. And I have that paper towel. I'm going to sit them on the paper towel. I've got my angel hair pasta already cooked and I keep it on a pot and turn on low so it stays warm. Got my marinara sauce going. And have my poor man's garlic bread ready to go in the oven. So I'm hoping, sorry for all the moving around. I'm gonna flip these over because I don't want to cook them too long. Maybe just a couple of minutes. As you can see, that one's already brown, the small one's brown. They're almost done. Because they don't take long at all. But we'll go ahead and get this one in the flour. And the egg. Into the breadcrumbs. And I'll leave that one to the edge. You don't need much flour. It doesn't take much. My egg and then my breadcrumbs. And then I'll put that one to the side. That one in the flour. And these three are ready to go in. Sorry, that was a technical difficulty again. But I've got the three more ready to go. And these are ready to come out. See, it only took about 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm going to have to probably clean up the mess because you really want to hold the plate over this. The thing is I can't do all three. Hold the camera, the plate, and the... But it's okay. Those are done. As you can see how pretty they are. They look great. And I'll stick these in. Because they're a little larger, so I'm just going to put in 3. And I'll be right back with you in just a minute and show you how the dish turns out. But just remember, you know, you can use angel hair pasta. When you're cooking it, use a little bit of oil. It helps it so it doesn't stick together. As far as your marinara sauce, you could just use plain jarred. Add a little Italian seasoning to it. And maybe some garlic powder, maybe some onions. And that's all you have to do with that. And as far as the bread, you can buy it at the deli and then just use stick butter, butter it, and use that just garlic powder to, you know, get that going. This will be a really quick meal. Okay, I'll be back with you in just a minute. Hope you'll check out Angela's Cooking Up Trouble and some of my other videos, but we'll be right back to show you the finished product. And there you have it, your eggplant parmesan with poor man's garlic bread. You can see it. But it's a quick dish. You can make it really fast. And I hope I described everything as, you know, like it should be. So I'm going to finish up dinner and go ahead and take this to my mom. And I think that's a bit much for her, but she always likes to hide some away so she can put this back in the refrigerator till later. Okay, thanks for watching, and check out my page, Angela's Cooking Up Trouble, on Facebook pages. And look for my eggplant parmesan recipe. It'll be there. Alright, thanks a lot. Y'all take care now.